Hi, my name is John Torrillo, and in this documentary, you'll learn about a music genre called dubstep. Dubstep originated in London, and it has its roots in Jamaican dub music and reggae. It also has influences from techno and other genres of music, such as metal.
Cookie Monster.
What you heard right there was a bass drop, and bass drops are very common in dubstep music. Most songs have them, but not all of them. It's not concrete; they don't have to have them, but it's a common trait of them. And what it is basically when before the actual song starts, there's like a build up, and then it gets to the bass drop, and usually the percussion stops and the music kind of pauses for a split second. Then it comes back with more intensity and usually a heavy bass, but you can't really hear that with the school speakers as there's no subwoofer. The song you're listening to is called Stinky Ferret by Cookie Monster, and this is his emblem on the screen. He's one of the newer dubstep artists, and he differs from some of the older ones that started back in 1999. What dubstep basically is a combination of drum patterns accompanied by a heavy bass line, and dubstep features occasional vocals, but it usually doesn't. Some dubstep songs might have vocals throughout the entire song, but usually it usually doesn't have that many vocals, and if it does, it's really not that big of a part of the song. Dubstep's beat per minute, which is like how fast the song's going, is around 138 to 142. That's like what defines dubstep, but it could be slower and still be considered dubstep, and it could be faster and still be considered dubstep, but that's usually what it's around. Dubstep is known for its rhythm, and people have described it as a head nodding rhythm or a foot tapping rhythm, and it's smooth and flows, but the older dubstep music featured more jerky rhythm. This song is called Naked, and it's by Shackleton, and Shackleton is one of the first big dubstep producer. He started around 2002, and he was with other groups such as Scream, Code 9, and Benga. You can tell this early version of dubstep apart from the newer stuff because of the obvious influences it has from Jamaican dub, drum and bass, two-step, grime, and other genres that are out before dubstep. Listen to this version for the next half a minute or so, and then we'll compare it to the newer dubstep. This song is called The Future and is by Trolley Snatcha, and if you compare it to the older dubstep, you'll notice an obvious difference.
I give you the future.
This version of dubstep is more intense than the other, and you can tell that it has less of an influence of Jamaican dub and drum and bass and other genres.
give you the future.
This song is called Super Haze by Ganja White Knight, and you can tell a very obvious difference than the older dubstep, as this is some of the newest dubstep there is out there. Also, the bass drop for this completely changes the song, and it's not like the other ones where it kind of flows with this song.
Fight!
Newer versions of dubstep like this seem to be more random and sporadic than the older versions from 2002. Recently, dubstep artists have been remixing some songs that aren't dubstep and making them into a dubstep song, and I'll give you an example of that in like 10 seconds. You may have heard this song before. It's Day and Night by Kid Cudi, and it's remixed by The Whittler and the 39.
I toss and turn, I keep stressing my mind. I look for peace, but see I don't attain. What I need for keeps the silly game we play.
An interactualist may view dubstep as a way to bring people together, because people from all over the world can enjoy something such as dubstep, and they may have nothing else in common, and they may view how dubstep was able to spread throughout the world relatively quickly, and they may look at the non-verbal communication that dubstep has, of people dancing to it or tapping their foot or nodding their head to it,